Hey guys, back again with you. I've been meaning to do this video for a while just because I've been actually looking for this information myself and I couldn't really find any good information on YouTube about it, no real good videos on it, so thought I'd do one up after the research I did, just going through the forums and everything. And the question here is whether a steel ammo can is better than a plastic ammo can. And I know this question comes up quite a bit, and just to get right to the point, the answer is it depends on what you're using it for. Now obviously most ammo cans are used for ammunition, and if that's what you're using it for, I would highly recommend sticking with the steel ammo can. And we'll kind of go into the reasons back and forth, the pros and cons of the plastic and the pros and cons of the steel here. So we'll just kind of get right into it. Again, we're looking between the metal and the plastic. The metal is going to cost you about $10 to $20 for these 50 caliber ammo storage cans. So not too unreasonable. You'll be able to find those at your military surplus stores, or like if you have a Fleet Farm around you. I know my local Fleet Farm carries them. Again, but they range between $10 and $20. The plastic 50 cal storage ammo can, I did pick one of these up off Amazon, and it ran me $15, I believe, with shipping and handling. I ordered 2 of them, so I was able to get the free shipping just because of the amount. So they're pretty much the same cost. The cost factor is going to be about equal on them. So the other equal thing about these two particular cans, being the metal and plastic, is that they're both watertight. They both have O-ring seals around the inside of the can. And I'll take the smaller one here. This is the one I use when I go to the range. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it in here, and this one's in pretty bad shape, but there's actually a O-ring seal in here, and as you can see, it's not too good. But that actually, once you close it, should make it watertight, and they do recommend that you oil those every now and again just to kind of keep those well lubed, and I guess that helps the seal and helps prevent any kind of deterioration of those O-ring seals. I haven't actually done that yet, but I really should, as it probably would help with the airtight and watertight seal of it. So they both have that. This plastic one also does have that seal around it. Obviously this is a new storage can from Amazon, so the O-ring is going to be in perfect condition right out of the bat. That's one thing to kind of keep in mind, is when you do buy these surplus ammo cans, and there's already, I believe, a video out there that shows you what to look for when you're buying a storage ammo can. But really, ultimately, you just want to make sure that the hinges are good, the clasp works well, there isn't any kind of dings or you know, warped metal parts to it. As you can see on this particular one, I have a pretty big ding right there in the front. If you have something like that, there's a good, possibility that it's not going to seal very well. And I bought this one prior to really even, doing any research on ammo cans or anything. Some of the good and bad, between the metal and the plastic. The good for metal is that everything is metal. Metal part that's got hinges, pins, clasp, and handle. With the plastic, that's what you got. You got plastic hinges, pins, clasp, and handle. So, you'd have to think that the durability between the plastic and the steel is obviously, the plastic is going to be more prone to break. Another thing that I had found with the metal is that it's UV resistant, whereas the plastic potentially could not be UV resistant. And that's a kind of a key factor to kind of keep in mind, especially if you're going to be using these storage cans out in the sun. The metal ones are going to be resistant to extreme temperatures, hot and cold. And the plastics pretty much are not going to. With extreme temperature changes, if it gets super cold, the plastics are going to get brittle. And if you're carrying a lot of weight in there, that's obviously going to make it break. If you get extreme heat temperatures, it could make the plastic potentially less rigid, and you could have definite warping of the sides of the can. Another good thing about the metal is that it's fire resistant, and obviously a lot of survivor prepper type people out there believe a lot in that, because you're able to boil water, cook things. I mean, there's just a number of things you're able to do in those steel cans because they are fire resistant. Obviously with plastic, it's not fire resistant. You're either going to melt it or burn it. Another good thing about the metal is that it's oil resistant. Plastic is not oil resistant. Oils from your hands and other things like that can actually deteriorate plastic, which won't happen with the metal. The last good thing that I was able to kind of come up with these metal ones is that it's just the weight capacity. It's definitely going to hold more. As you can see in here, I got I don't know, probably close to 1,000 rounds, maybe 1,500 rounds. This one here, I think I got about 1,500 rounds. I can lift these things up and there's no issue. I mean, I can tell that these storage cans are going to hold. I tried filling this plastic one up here to the brim, and I think I put around 900 to 1,000 rounds in it, and when I lifted up on it, the thing looked like it wanted to give. The plastic hinges and the plastic handle did not seem like it was going to hold up, so I definitely took everything back out just because of the fact that if you drop that and it lands on your foot, it's not going to feel good. So the weight capacity is definitely a big plus for the metal cans. The good about the plastic is non-corrosive. It can't rust, and obviously with the steel cans, as you'll go, if you do some shopping, you'll find that a lot of them for military surplus are rusted, and then there's no way two ways around that. So that's kind of a neat thing with the plastic, especially if you live in a humid type area. Another good thing about the plastic is that they stack a lot easier than these metal ones. The metal ones do have dimples along the top that kind of offset having this handle here, so you are able to stack them, but I tell you, it's just not the best stacking can. Whereas these plastic ones, the handle goes down here, and as you can see, it's got a nice flat top. In fact, I think they're made to stack. They have these little hinges here that they groove into the top, the next one on the top of it, so they work really well as being stackable. Another good thing about the plastic, and this might be for some of you preppers again out there, is that they're undetectable. You bury this in your backyard, the plastic can't be found. Whereas with the metal, if you got a metal detector out there, you're going to be able to find it. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Another thing I had found online that some people had complaints with on the metal ones is that they're too loud. When you open these guys up and close them, they do make a lot of noise, as you can see here. I'll close this guy up. When you snap it into place and you're opening it back up, because they're metal, they make a lot of noise. Whereas this plastic, besides just the clip itself, it's pretty quiet. So that's kind of a definite pro for those plastics. The plastic also does have a lockable function here, which is kind of nice, especially if you got kids in the house and you're using this to store any, ammunition even, or guns. There is a hole right here where you're able to lock these things with any kind of regular master lock. These type of containers don't really have that option, which is kind of a bummer because that would be real nice to have that. If you ask me, a positive about these plastic ammo cans is they're a lot less conspicuous. You're carrying around a steel ammo can and it's got, the military markings on it for what kind of ammo is in it. It sticks out. People really can see what you got there. They assume you have ammunition. Whereas if you walk around with something like this, it almost looks like a fishing tackle box. People don't think twice of it. So a little less conspicuous. I don't know if it's a huge pro, but it's definitely something worth mentioning. So overall, you've kind of gotten the pros and cons of each of these. Again, it really comes down to what you're going to use it for. Some good uses for the metal storage cans that I found is going to be ammo storage, valuable storage, cooking, boiling water, and that kind of situation. You can use it as a fire can if you need to make an emergency fire. But ultimately, I think the best use for this is going to be storing your ammo safely and without worry. Some good uses for the plastic ones is just going to be, any other day-to-day type of lightweight storage. Some examples of that would be like medical supplies, or if you're a shooter going to the range, maybe your range supplies. You could use it as a fishing tackle box, so fishing supplies. They're great storage, but ultimately I wouldn't want to leave anything in there that I'm really too worried about, or anything that's got a lot of weight to it. So. That's pretty much it, guys. I hope you find this useful, and if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Thanks.